Game On is a game developers showcase which happens every now and again here in Brisbane at the Brisbane Powerhouse. There are plenty of games to have a look at, and I was able to have a chat to some of the developers, some of whom have been in the 48-hour game making challenges in the past. Let's take a look at what they've got.
Experimental card and board games were on one side of the floor, and a workshop on designing card games run by Martin Wallace was very popular. This game is Monster House by Joseph Kung, which looked pretty cool. Back near the main stage, video games of all kinds were on show. I didn't get to talk to all the developers, and you can find out more about all these games with the link in the description, but some of the games on show included Slidey Feet by Juicy Beetle Games, an ice-themed puzzle game, Virtual Maiwar by Bilby Labs, which explores how the traditional owners of this part of Australia lived, Faily Breaks and a lot more by Spunge Games. They had a huge hit with Faily Breaks and followed with a whole lot of other Faily games and other games, including stuff they wouldn't let me film. SMAC by Rosewood Interactive, an asymmetrical dungeon crawler set in space. Lanterns by Artefact Assembly, which is a cooperative platformer with an intriguing mechanic. Hand of Fate 2 and Hand of Fate Ordeals. Defiant Development are a big well-known developer, and it's great to see them here. Fruit Salad Party by Simon Hales, connecting phones to a central screen in a Pictionary-style party game. This looked like a lot of fun. Kasplat from Gigabyte Games, which I didn't get to try out, but which again looks like a lot of fun. An Aspie Life from Enderlost Studios, which explores Asperger's syndrome. Super Dropland by Lamington Games, that began as a game jam idea and developed from there. Speaking Simulator by Affable Games, where you act as a robot and you have to control the movement of your mouth and tongue to speak like a human. Unpacking, a peaceful puzzle game by Wren and Tim, where you virtually move in and have to unpack your moving boxes. You can choose to make a mess, but the game won't let you continue if you do. I was also able to speak to a few of the developers. Fledgling Heroes by Subtle Boom could be huge.
And yeah, it's kind of like Flappy Bird crossed with Little Big Planet for mobile, with birds. It's a lot of fun to go through people's levels and see how hard they are and rate them and tag them and give them little descriptions.
Bride by Montrose Is Games is completely insane.
We've decided to take our obsession with static screen games to a whole new level. This is a real homebrew Game & Watch game, produced now for I don't know what reason.
Damsel by Screwtape Studios.
It's an action arcade platformer for Steam and console release.
Looks very cool and will be coming to a console near you soon. Think of the Children originally started in the 48-hour game making challenge back in 2016.
Got picked up by a publisher and got to live the dream, build it out and release it to the world. We're currently looking at releasing on consoles, particularly excited for the Switch, but we are going to all three major platforms and try and get it in the hands of as many people as possible.
As well as being able to speak to the developers directly and see new games being made, the game makers were interviewed on stage, and several panels discussed different aspects of game development life.
Awesome, we needed those games, stuff the other ones.
While this event is all about the Brisbane game development scene, if you've got a local game dev community near you, go out and see what they've got to show.
You guys are the real stars. And a big thanks to Truna, as always, putting together such an awesome event. So thank you, Truna.
Good luck to all the devs featured here, and I hope to see your games on a virtual shelf near me soon.